All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. This has been a long time in the making for this year. There's been a lot of obstacles to get this set up and get it ready to go. I know the kids have been working super hard to get this ready for you guys, and huge shout out to Miss Eldred and Ms. Roby for really taking the reins on this and helping get this going while this goes out. So huge round of applause for those guys that make it happen. So just a few things tonight, and also thank you, Mr. Webb. He's got all set up, so if anybody's not here, we get close to the live stream if you want to watch it. So we've got that set up, and it should be going down. So thank you, Mr. Webb, for that as well. A few things, there will be about 5 to 10 minutes in between for a minor set change and move stuff around and stuff like that. Once the older group is done, they will come in, you guys will sit back down, stay in here, and then we'll move stuff around, you guys are up, and then we'll go. So, anyway, thank you for coming, thank you for the awesome crowd. I know it doesn't feel like it outside, but this is pretty productive, so let's do it. So, you guys do it.
Fourth grade, presenting the Three Little Pigs by James Marshall.
Once upon a time, an old sow sent her 3 little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. Let me turn to right and remember that I love you. First little pig made a man family strong. I know I'll buy you a straw at the house. That's not a good idea. Mind your own business. Thank you. And he bought the straw and set about building a house.
It took him no time at all.
Very soon a lean and hungry wolf happened by.
Pig was just about his favorite food in the world, so he knocked on the door.
Little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. This annoyed the wolf to no end.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Go right ahead. So the wolf huffed and blew the house in. And he gobbled up the little pig.
The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks.
I got it. I'll buy those sticks and build a house. I think much about that. Oh, pooh, what do you know? And he bought the sticks and went to work building a house. Very pretty.
No sooner had the little pig settled into his pretty house than the wolf happened.
The wolf was still hungry.
Little pig, let me come in.
No! Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
The wolf did not care for that at all. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Ha ha ha. So the wolf puffed and he blew the house in.
And he gobbled up the little pig.
Now the third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. These bricks will make a fine sturdy house. Capital idea, my good fellow.
So he bought the bricks and set about building it.
It took him quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it. Nice and solid. But no sooner had the little pig moved in, he noticed the wolf loitering around. And the wolf was still hungry.
Little pig, let me come in.
No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Oh, the wolf had heard that before.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
But the wolf huffed and he puffed and huffed and he puffed until he was quite blue in the face.
The house stood quite firm. I'll try another approach.
He put on his most dazzling smile.
Little pig, I was only teasing. By the way, I hear tell that Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Shall we go pick a few?
Oh, I'm much too busy now. What about tomorrow morning?
Excellent. I'll come for you at 6.
The next morning, the little pig got up at 5 and hurried off to Farmer Jones' turnip field, picked a basket full of scrumptious turnips, and dashed back home. When the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already waiting in the pod. Sorry, I couldn't wait.
Well, the wolf trying not to show his displeasure. No harm done. By the way, there's a lovely apple tree down the merry-go-round. Shall we go help ourselves to a few apples?
I must cook my turnips. Let's meet there tomorrow morning.
Splendid. Shall we say at 5?
The next morning, the little pig was up at 4 and went out for the apple.
It took longer than he expected to return, but while he was gathering apples from the highest trees, he saw the wolf.
Do try one of these.
The little pig threw an apple as far as he could.
When the wolf chased after the apple, the little pig shimmered down the tree and made it safely home. The next day, the wolf came again.
Really, he's quite good at it. There's a fair today at Hog Hill. Would you care to go?
Why don't we meet there? Would 3 o'clock suit you?
Colossal.
3 it is. Just to make sure you'd be there at 2.
At 1 in the afternoon, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. So fine that he lost track of the hour. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside an empty butter churn and rolled down the hill towards the house.
Well, the wolf was so scared he ran all the way home. That evening, the wolf went to Little Pig's house and told him how frightened he'd been by a great round thing that came down his hill. Right, he needed I. That great round thing was a butter churn, and I was inside.
This was simply too much for the wolf to stand. I've been nice long enough. Now I'm going to eat you up right now.
So the wolf climbed up onto the roof. When the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot in the fireplace and quickly stoked the fire.
Here I come. Dinner time.
You can say that again.
The wolf dropped vertically into the pot, and the pig cooked that mean old wolf and gobbled.
And that was the end of the Big Bad Wolf.
favorite the true story of the Three Little Pigs by Bridget Skipinski.
Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you know a secret. Nobody knows the real story. Nobody's ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. But you can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong.
I see what makes us so sure.
Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies, sheep, and pigs. That's just the way we are.
Can we stick to the story, please?
If cheeseburgers were cute, those who probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, this whole big bad wolf thing is wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar.
Way back in once upon a time, Alexander Wolf was making a birthday cake for his dear old granny.
I had a terrible sneezing cold. He ran out of sugar. I walked down the street and asked my neighbor for a cup of sugar.
Now this neighbor was a pig.
And he wasn't too bright either.
He had built his whole house out of straw.
Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw?
So of course the minute he knocked on the door, it fell right in. He claimed he didn't want to walk into anybody else's house.
So I called, little pig, are you in? No answer.
He was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for his dear old granny's birthday cake.
My nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I puffed, and I sneezed a great sneeze.
The whole darn straw house fell down, and right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig to get out the door.
He'd been home the whole time.
It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying down the straw.
So I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger, just lying there.
He was feeling a little better.
But I still didn't have my cup of sugar.
So I went to the next neighbor's house.
This Pharaoh was the first little pig's brother.
He was smarter, but not much.
He had built his house out of sticks.
I rang the bell on the stick house.
Nobody answered. Nobody answered.
Mr. Pig, are you in?
Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin. He had just grabbed the doorknob when he felt another sneeze coming on.
I huffed and I snuffed. I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze.
You're not going to believe it. This guy's house fell down just like his brother's.
When the dust cleared, there was the second little wolf. The second little pig stood at the door. Wolf's on.
Now you know food will spoil when you leave it out in the open.
So I did the only thing there was to do.
He had dinner again.
Think of it as a second helping.
He was getting awfully full.
But his cold was feeling a little better.
I still don't have that cup of sugar for my little granny's birthday cake.
So he went to the next house.
This guy was the first and second little pig's brother.
This guy must have been the brain of the family.
Because he built his house out of bricks.
I knocked on the brick house.
No answer.
Oh, Mr. Pig, are you in? And you know that rude little porker answered?
Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again.
Talk about the polite, you probably have a whole side of sugar.
And he wouldn't give him even one little cup for dear sweet old granny's birthday cake.
What a pig!
He was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of the cake when he felt his cold coming on.
I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again.
Then the third little pig yelled, and your granny can sit on a pen.
Now, usually I'm a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy.
Of course, when we drove up, she was trying to knock on this big door. And the whole time he was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a little sneeze.
The rest, as they say, is history.
My partner and I found out about the two pigs he ate for dinner.
We figured a sick guy wanted to borrow a cup of sugar made it sound very exciting.
So they jacked the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf.
That's it.
The real story.
He was Frank.
But maybe you could love me a cup of sugar. Good evening again. This is sixth grade, and they are doing The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig by Eugene Trevizis.
The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig. Once upon a time, there were three cuddly little wolves with soft fur and fluffy tails who lived with their mother. The first was black, the second was gray, and the third was white. One day, the mother called the three little wolves around her and said,
My children, it is time for you to go out into the world. Go and build a house for yourselves, and beware of the big bad pig.
Don't worry, Mother, we will watch out for them, said the three little wolves, and they set off. Soon they met a kangaroo who was pushing a wheelbarrow full of red and yellow bricks. Please read give us a break, asked the little wolves.
Certainly.
Said the kangaroo, and he gave them lots of red and yellow bricks. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of bricks. The very next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of bricks that the little wolves had built. The three little wolves were playing croquet in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house and locked the door. The pig knocked on the door and grunted.
Little wolf, let me come in.
No, by the hair on a chin, will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves are trying to said the three little wolves.
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
Said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his sledgehammer and he knocked the house down. The three little wolves only just managed to escape before the bricks crumbled. And they were very frightened indeed.
We shall have to build an even stronger house.
They said. Just then they saw a beaver who was mixing concrete in a concrete mixer. Please will you give us some of your concrete? Asked the three little wolves. Certainly, said the beaver, and he gave them buckets and buckets full of messy, slurry concrete. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of concrete. No sooner had they finished than the big bad pig come prowling down the road and saw that house of concrete that the little wolves had built. They were playing battledore and shuttlecock in the garden, and when they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside their house and shut the door. The pig rang the bell and said,
Little frightened wolves, let me come in.
No.
said the three little wolves.
By the hair on our chins will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves are trying to
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
Said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his pneumatic drill and smashed the house down. The three little wolves managed to escape, but their chins were trembling and trembling and trembling.
We shall have to build an even stronger house.
They said, because they were very determined. Just then they saw a truck coming along the road carrying barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. Please will you give us some of your barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks? They said to the rhinoceros who was driving the truck. Sure, said the rhinoceros, and she gave them plenty of barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. She also gave them some plexiglass and some reinforced steel chains because she was a venomous hind-footed rhinoceros. So the three little wolves built themselves an extremely strong house. It was the strongest, securest house you could possibly imagine. They felt absolutely safe. The next day, the big bad pig came prowling along the road as usual. The three little wolves were playing hopscotch in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house, bolted the door, and locked all 37 padlocks. The pig dialed the video into his phone and said,
Little bright wolves with trembling chins, let me come in.
"No, no, no," said the little wolves.
By the hair of my chinny chin chin, you will not let me in. Not for all the TVs in our tiny team.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
Said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He brought some dynamite, laid it against the house, lit the fuse, and the house blew up. The three little wolves just managed to escape with their fluffy tails scorched. Something much wrong with they said. At that moment, they saw a flamingo coming along, pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers.
Please will you give us some of your flowers?
Asked the little wolves. Said the flamingo, and she gave them lots of flowers. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of flowers. One wall was of marigolds, one of daffodils, one of pink roses, and one of cherry blossoms. The ceiling was made of sunflowers, and the floor was a carpet of daisies. They had water lilies in the bathtub and buttercups in the refrigerator. It was a rather fragile house and it swayed in the wind, but it was very beautiful. Next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of flowers that the three little wolves had built. He rang the bluebell at the door and said,
Little frightened wolves with trembling chins and scorched tails, let me come in.
"No, no, no," said the three little wolves.
Your chinny chin chins, we will not let you in. Not for all the TVs in our tiny team.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
Said the pig. But as he took a deep breath, ready to huff and puff, he smelled the soft scent of the flowers. It was fantastic. And because the scent was so lovely, the pig took another breath and then another. Instead of huffing and puffing, he began to sniff. He sniffed deeper and deeper until he was quite filled with the fragrant scent. His heart grew tender, and he realized how horrible he had been. Right then, he decided to become a big, good pig. He started to sing and dance the tarantula. At first, the three little wolves were a bit worried. It might be a trick, but soon they realized that the pig had truly changed. So they came running out of the house. They started playing games with him. First, they played pig hog, and then pig in the middle. And when they were all tired, they invited him into the house. They offered him tea and strawberries and wolfberries, and asked him to stay with them as long as he wanted. The pig accepted, and they all lived happily together ever after.
Once upon a time, there were 3 nanny goats grub. Their names were Annie, Fanny, and Big Bertha Lee. They lived in a meadow with their kid brothers, Willie, Nilly, and Billy. All day long, they ate fresh green grass. One day, Big Bertha Lee said to the other goats, "I have sad news. There is not much green grass left in our meadow. We will need more to eat. We must cross the bridge and go on the hillside where there is more grass." The nanny goats had lived in the meadow for a long time. They would miss the meadow. They were sad. Annie Goat went to say goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit. "We are going over the bridge to live on the hillside," she said. The rabbits pricked up their ears. "What? You're going across the bridge?" they said. "I will be careful," said Annie Goat. Fanny Goat went to say goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Butterfly. "We are going over the bridge to live on the hillside," she said. The butterflies flapped their wings. "What? You're going across the bridge?" they said. "I will be careful," said Fanny Goat. The first to go over the bridge were Annie Goat and Willie Goat. mean and ugly troll under the bridge heard them. Annie Goat answered, "It is I, Annie Goat. I am walking to the hillside with my kid brother Willie." The troll rubbed his tummy and smacked his lips.
Stop where you are, I'll gobble you up.
"Oh, please don't gobble us up," said Annie Goat. "If you wait a few minutes, some bigger goats will come." "Well, be off with you," said the troll, and he waited. After a while, Fanny Goat and Millie Goat began to cross the bridge. The mean and ugly troll under the bridge heard them. Fanny Goat answered, "It is I, Fanny Goat. I am walking to the hillside with my kid brother Millie." The troll rubbed his tummy and smacked his lips.
Stop where you are, I'll gobble you up.
"Oh, please don't gobble us up," said Fanny Goat. "If you wait a few minutes, some bigger goats will come." "Well, be off with you," said the troll, and he waited. After a while, Big Bertha Lee and Billy Goat began to cross the bridge. The mean and ugly troll under the bridge heard them. Big Bertha Lee answered, "It is I, Big Bertha Lee. I am walking to the hillside with my kid brother Billy." The troll thought, "These must be the biggest goats." He rubbed his tummy and smacked his lips.
Stop where you are, I'll gobble you up.
"Well, come on up and do it," said Big Bertha Lee. The mean and ugly troll climbed up on the bridge. He looked hungrily at the goats. He raised his mean and ugly arms. Billy Goat's legs started to tremble. Just then, Big Bertha Lee lowered her head. She ran toward the troll and gave him a mighty push with her horns. The troll burst down. He fell over and rolled across the bridge. He rolled right into the meadow. When the dizzy troll started to get up, the bumblebees came and stung him on the nose. The troll screamed a mean and ugly scream. The three nanny goats and their brother were happy on the hillside. They ate fresh green grass and got fat. And they're probably still fat today. So snip, snap, snout, this tale's told out.
I have been anxious for your return. We were all worried about you both during your absence, and I speak for everyone here when you say that we are all thankful for your quick recovery. We have missed working with you over the last few months and are so happy to have our team come play with you. Without being tearful, want to tell you that you all are lucky to have the staff we have. These are faculty that stepped in for me and said, we're going to do this. And I said, no, I can tell you that you get started. And I came back last week and jumped in to help them. They've done an amazing job. You guys sounded great. You look sharp. Thank you so much. And now I can well, oh, they spelled it out. Thank you guys. Very nice. Thank you for coming this evening, and I wanted to make sure you understand that kids are going to go back to their classroom, and you can pick them up there. That's the easiest and safest to keep track of everybody. So just stay put and just let them take care. We will help you out to take care of home. Thank you.